Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm out on the Begode Falcon at last. I'm here in South Africa on a little bit of holiday, and I managed to get this Begode Falcon from the guys at iroll.co.za. They worked out a deal for me so I can have this wheel for about 2.5 weeks. So I've been riding it, getting used to it, getting a feel for it, and today I want to go over a few points that I found in the first sort of 3 or 4 rides I've done so far. Just some off the top of my head thoughts. We all know the specs of the wheel. A really nice light wheel. I think it's about 29 kilograms, the wheel in weight, so it's below all the other ones. It comes with a road tire that this one has got on, and an off-road tire. It's really solidly built. It's got a really nice trolley handle that works. It's not the super best because it doesn't lock in, so you know it drops down when you walk, but it's a trolley handle. It's got a big nice screen on the top. It's got a nice mud guard at the back. It's got really nice Begode pedals, the ones with that is nice and sharp. It's got a kickstand. It's got the Velcro built-in side pads that is nice and soft. Not for everyone, but at least it gives you a side base that you can work from, and it's included as well. For about £1,600 you can get this wheel in the UK. So yeah, it's just and it's got a nice light on the front. It's just a really nice solid wheel, to be honest. You guys can see there. It's got the rear mud guard. It's got the stand here. Just a really awesome wheel. Pretty solid package as well. But yeah, what else? It's a 900 watt Samsung battery. It's a 1,500 watt motor up to 2,800 watt peak. It can do a top speed of about 30 miles per hour. The same stuff. It's the high torque motor. Yeah, that's all the things that is. This one has got the orange spring in. Now I think you get the orange spring and you get the black spring. The black spring is as far as I understand, is the higher one. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I've found from the internet. So this one's got the orange spring. The guy did tell me that the orange spring is the stiffer one, and I must say, for me, this is too stiff, but it works well. That's one point. But yeah, enough of the waffle. Let's get riding. I'm going to go up and go down to table view area, and then we can just have a look around, and I can share my thoughts on this Begode Falcon. Let's go. Okay, so it's pretty windy this morning. The southeast has been pumping yesterday, like really. I must say, if you think the wind blows in the UK, there's no patch to here. It really pumps, and I just want to quickly show you guys how it looks like for the mountain. So that's there in the distance. You see Table Mountain. Now that mountain was yesterday covered in a thick blanket of clouds, as the clouds were being forced over the mountain by the howling winds. But yeah, it was lovely sunny day, 32 degrees, and it's so nice to be out. Woo! But it's strong already. So I'm riding head on into the wind. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mosey on down to the table view area, and then I'm going to turn around and then maybe do a little bit of a feedback session on the way back, because the wind is pretty strong. Morning. But it's so nice to be able to have a road where it's cordoned off from the cars, so you can nicely ride on a nice tar surface without having to interfere with the cars. But beautiful morning. But yeah, let's get some miles down, and then I'll turn around and I'll give you some feedback. I'll give you some views of how it looks like, maybe some Insta 360 views. Okay, let's get going. Okay, I've made it to table view now, just the big starting off table view, and there you can see beautiful Table Mountain. This is a new little area, and I'm just doing a quick little stop here. A quick little stop just to give you guys some feedback. Okay, so because otherwise it's just a long-winded ride video. So just to give you some feedback, so I've been riding into the wind now for about half an hour now, and you know, when strong winds and these wheels are always a little bit, you know, you need to manage your balance and so forth, because as soon as you start leaning to the one side, you have to lean into that side of the wind, and it can sometimes be a little bit of a unsettling ride. But listen, guys, you know, for the package of this wheel and sort of the price, you know, if you think about 1,660 pounds that you can get it from e-scooter clinic in London, or if you want to look at the guys from iroll.co.za, they also have some stock. But it's for that price and what you get in a wheel compared to the other wheels, it's so high end. And here you get a package that it's ready to go. You can jump on the wheel. It's got side pads. It's ready to rock and roll. The thing is, the suspension for me personally is a little bit stiff, but the 60 mils, I think it's 60 mils of travel, it is really nice and smooth. If I compare that to my Kingsong S22, the way the suspension moves is way smoother than my S22. Now, yes, the S22 is old. The bearings or the rollers is probably old, but it's just to give you some feedback on that. Very smooth. It doesn't have rebound as far as I understand. It's only got the progressive spring, and you can change the spring to a harder and a softer one. And I think I've got the orange one, and I think the orange one is the stock one. I'm 75 kilograms, so that sort of gives you an idea of it. It's on very rough terrain. When I did some off-road trails, it is very clunky, meaning that if it comes back up, because there's no rebound, it sort of makes a clunk noise. It's not massive, but I just want to mention that. The front light is really good. The spike pedals is really good. I just want to try and get out of the wind here. The spike pedals is really good. I must say the side pads is comfortable. It's not going to fit everyone, but it does work for me. The tire is great on the road. I would recommend the off-road tire if you're going to do any type of off-road riding, because when I took it on the trails as well, then in Rawsonville, in sand or whatever, the smooth tire just doesn't work. It just wants to spin out because the wheel has got so much torque and whatever. And also it's very unsettling on a little bit of sand on the road. I think if it's hard packed gravel like in the UK on the Canal Pass, that's all fine. But for this wheel and my riding that I like doing, I would prefer the off-road tire as stock. Nice range. I haven't done a range test, so I don't really know how far this thing can go. They quote about 40 miles. I can probably see about 35 miles, so forth and so forth. Again, it all depends on your weight and how fast you ride. And if I keep on smashing it out into the wind at 35 kilometers an hour, 35 to 40 kilometers an hour, then it's going to burn through the battery. But now I'm going to go with the wind all the way down, so it's going to be a nice smooth ride. Another thing that I want to mention is when you ride open roads, and I think this is also the thing that Marty and the guys in the US run up against. Now, if you want a fun wheel that is a small package and you have tight trails to actually ride, then this is a really great wheel. But if you want to smash out long distance miles at high speed, with a smaller tire, it's not a long range cruiser, and that's what I found on the open roads. It sort of it's not as comfortable. It's not as secure riding this wheel compared to my S22. And that's what I mean about, when you do have long distance rides, a bigger wheel, heavier wheel, bigger tire size is always a winner. It just makes sense, it gives you a smoother ride. Even if the suspension is better than my S22, I just feel it feels more roomy, more planted on the S22 compared to this wheel. Not that the wheel is wobbly or anything, it just feels like you can cover more miles in comfort. That's all I want to mention. Other things that I want to say, the trolley handle, we all know the trolley handle, it lifts up, you can push the wheel around short times, it doesn't clip in, so that's a little bit annoying. So if you push down, it goes down, but it clips down and it's secure. Pedals is nice, the pedal height is also quite nice, it's 202 millimeters high, so it's nice again for trail riding. And I think some guys are saying this is a starter wheel. Yes, it's a starter wheel, but if you also want a lighter trail wheel like the S18 that I had, the S18 was such a nice wheel for trail riding. It doesn't have the massive range, but and it didn't have a lot of power. But this thing has got the power, it's got the range, and it's got the speed, and it's got the torque. So you got a really good price as well, because I think the S18 was £1,800, where this is £1,600. So it's a hell of a wheel for this price. And if you want something smaller that can still smash out the miles, still have nice suspension, it's not top dollar. You have an option of off-road and road tire. You've got option for a harder and a softer spring. Man, this is pretty much a great package. Oh, the other thing that I also want to mention, the screen. The screen is nice and big. The mileage is big. You can see the motor temperature, you can see your mileage, and you can see your speed. It's nice and big. Even if I look down, I can actually see that clearly. My eyes is not that great. So even on the move, you can see that easily. yeah, I don't really have anything else to mention. If I do pick up anything, then I'll let you guys know. I did pick up another thing I was riding with thin-soled shoes. That tired out my feet. When I'm riding in my hiking boots, it's so much better. But yeah, otherwise, I don't really have any issues with this wheel. It's just a solid package. It's almost like what the S18 should have been when they launched it. And I think they would have sold so much more of that and kept on selling so much more of it, because it's that starter trail light wheel that more people can ride. I would still not say, for me, a starter wheel, if you want to really get more people into riding EUCs, that will be pretty much like a V8F or V10F or that new InMotion S20, the two-wheel thing. That's what you want to get people into riding. But people that's been riding for quite a long time, they're not really interested in that type of thing. But it's not an easy thing to get into if you haven't ridden something like this. So you want to make it as easy as possible, as light as possible, as less intimidating as possible. And this thing has still got a lot of power and a lot of punch to give you some trouble. So yeah, just keep that in the back of your mind. But guys, if you want to look at this wheel, check out the guys from iroll.co.za. if you're in South Africa, if you want to rent wheels or hire wheels or e-scooters or whatever, check out the guys from iroll.co.za. If you're in the UK, check out the guys from e-scooter clinic, they're in London, and also check out the guys from Personal Electric Transport, they're also in London. If you want Leperkim or Veteran, if you want Kingsong, if you want Begode, if you want the Apex, NOSFAT Apex, they're all there. They're all importing the stuff now, and it's all exciting times for 2025. And we've got so much nice stuff coming down the line, so it'll be exciting 2025 when we get there. But yeah, I'm going to keep on cruising. I'll do some 360 video as well. But guys, if you've got any questions about this wheel, drop it in the comments below. Also, I'm wearing the Meta Smart Ray-Ban smart glasses with transition lenses. I'm going to do a little video about that too. So if you've got questions about that, drop it in the comments below. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Speak to you later. Cheers and thanks for watching. Ciao.